To my first grading, I was the oldest there by a good 40 years. Walked in, and looked around. There's just like a sea of kids, and they're all looking at me like that. It's like, who the hell is this guy and why is he here? And for a moment there, I kind of felt the same thing. You're sort of lining up. There's all the parents behind me, and Sensei, and the board, if you like, sat in front. And I felt this little pang of, almost felt a little bit like humiliation in a sense. It's just like, I felt initially that I shouldn't, I'm skilled. I did karate years ago, I did kung fu, I've played rugby for all these years, and here I am lining up with a load of kids to demonstrate what I know. They should know that I know it, right? That went through my head. And now, reflection, looking back, because I've got my black belt grading this year, so big difference, big changes happened in that time. I actually look back at that guy and just think, what a dick. It wasn't humiliation. It was a lesson in humility. And because, just because you're a certain age, it doesn't matter. It's about demonstrating skill, demonstrating that you know this, demonstrating that you have learned it, demonstrating that you've paid attention, that you've practiced. And it was a real growth moment for me, because I come off the back of a lot of kind of kicks, and just really wanted to get myself back into something I could throw myself in, and just a game that I could play against myself, because the only opponent that you see every day is you. And getting into karate was something that I started when I was a kid, but I had to stop because I was playing rugby and never really got back into it. And then this decision was made, I'm going to go for this. But being there in that lineup with those kids, it was a real kind of moment that I'm actually quite proud of that I did it, because it would be easy to let my ego get in the way of my progress. It'd be really easy to do that, to go, this is bollocks, I'm not doing this, I'm leaving, throw my toys. I'm really proud I didn't do that, and because that was a real growth moment for me. And the same thing happens in business. Hey, there's a segue, right? See how slick that was. Same thing happens in business. I often find when people come to me and they'll say, but I know that. I know all this. I know all of that. But you might know it, but what I see is whether or not you're